Hi, friends. It is a glorious Saturday afternoon in South Korea. It is February 28th, 60 degrees, obviously very sunny. I do have my sunglasses, but I switched to my regular glasses for this video. I'm just hanging out in this park. I'm getting onto a nice long walk, but I wanted to do my check in for the week, and I have some good updates for you all around. On Monday, I enrolled at the Curves. That's in the neighborhood of my school. It's not too far away from where I live. It's only about 7 minutes away by e-bike. I rent an e-bike to get over there and then to come home because I usually am quite busy in the mornings. So yeah, I registered on Monday. I was going to have my first PT session. They ask you to do like 2 or 3 personal training sessions so you can learn the machines and get the posture right and have that coaching for your first few sessions. I was like, well, I mean, I was a Curves member in the US 20 years ago. I know it's been 20 years, but surely it's not that different. Actually, this club has a lot more equipment than the tiny little club in my hometown in Maine had. I remember correctly, there was like maybe 8 machines, could have been 10 at my club uh, in Maine, but this place has 12, and also some additional like stretching apparatus and things like that. Haven't quite gotten into everything there yet, but I have had 3 PT sessions already. So yeah, I was gonna go on Tuesday, but they sent me a message saying, "Hey, could we do it on Thursday or Friday instead with a trainer who speaks English, so you'll be more comfortable and supported." And I was like, I mean, do I really need? Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll go for Thursday for my first day. So I did, and I thought like they have an in-body scale there, and I really thought that maybe they would do the in-body on my first day. So I didn't eat or drink anything going over there for my appointment at 9:30 because I wanted like the purest reading. I mean, I track at home, so I know where I'm at. But yeah, they didn't end up doing the in-body, and I went through the whole workout, like 2 circuits on the 12 machines with the walking in place in between. For the 30 minutes to learn the equipment and get the coaching, and I was sweating like crazy, and I didn't drink any water. I brought a protein shake with me, but I didn't drink it like during the session. And then we went over for stretching, and we did a couple of like lower body stretches, and then I had to put my hand up in the air, and when I did that, suddenly I felt very dizzy, and I was like, I'm really dizzy. I need some water, and I really need to sit down. And I was like a little disoriented because I was dizzy. But they got me a cup for water, threw that back real fast. I had to sit down. Like, I really felt like I was going to pass out. So I sat down in a chair, and I was just trying to like gather myself, and I totally passed out. Yeah, long story short, I passed out in the Curves because I hadn't eaten or drank anything. So that was totally my fault. Like, I I have passed out in the past. The first time I remember, probably the actual first time in my life, was when I was in middle school, and my brother and I had gone out for a bike ride on the trails. I guess it was like a really bad UV day or something like that. And like the trails are shady because it's like trails in the woods. But we stopped for a moment because there was a tree that had fallen across the path, and we couldn't continue without moving it. So like I was standing next to my bike while my brother moved the tree out of the way, and I woke up on the ground on top of my bike. Like, I don't know what happened. I didn't feel dizzy. I just passed out. Like, I don't know what had happened. But probably dehydration, something to do with that. Um, yeah. And then another time I passed out was well, I didn't fully pass out because I could like tell it was happening, but it was like I'd been in a hot bath, and then I got up too fast, and like when you're in a hot bath, like all of your capillaries open up, so your blood, like if you stand up too quickly, it's all like rushing down your body and not like pumping your heart. So like I could feel what was happening, so I kind of slid slowly back into the bathtub and like put on cold water, and I could like gather myself. And I passed out the day after surgery. I had back surgery when I was 23, and the day after, like, I wanted to try to go downstairs to get breakfast. I took one step onto the stair, and I was like, nope, I'm in too much pain. I went and I sat down, and then my mom was with me, and I just like sat down in the chair, and my head went back, and I lost consciousness for a moment. Like, I came to pretty quickly, but yeah, I think it was just the sudden pain. And then I had another fainting incident with norovirus last winter. It was a bad time. I fell and I got a gash on my forehead landing on top of these humane cat traps that were in the way. So yeah, I have had some fainting incidents before, but yeah, this is the I wasn't expecting it. It was totally my fault. Like, I should have eaten something. I should have had the protein shake. I should have drank some water, and not worried about getting on the InBody with nothing in my system. As it is, like, we did the InBody on Thursday. Friday. Yeah, that was Thursday. Thursday was the day that I passed out. Good for me. Not gonna do that again. But Friday, before I started my workout, we did do the InBody, and I had eaten. Well, I'd had a protein shake and I'd been drinking water. So, yeah, on Friday I got up and weighed myself. Friday was when I went back to the hospital as well to see the endocrinologist and get my prescription renewed. And as of Friday, yeah, I'm under 200 pounds. And so that's awesome. That's excellent. Really, really happy about that. I think actually Thursday and Friday, my reading came up just under 200 pounds, so like 199 something. So that's great. I'm really happy about that. So I'm, about 30 pounds down since I started December 8th. So this is Monday will be the start of the 4th month on Mounjaro, tirzepatide, 2.5. I went to the hospital, height and weight, all that. I saw the doctor that I'd seen in January, actually. So like there's 2 different doctors that I've seen there now. And this doctor has no problem with keeping me on 2.5. I don't know why there's this difference between the 2 doctors on the same team, but yeah, she even offered to do 2 months of a prescription for me. But with now starting to work out, and probably at least 3 days a week, I'm not sure how that's going to change my appetite. So I decided to just do 1 month supply of the 2.5, because if I find that with working out, my appetite increases quite a lot, which is what I was dealing with before I started this. When I had been working out really heavily in the fall, it was just an uncontrollable appetite. Maybe after a month of working out, like I'll want to increase to the 5 milligrams. We'll see. But for now, the 2.5 is really working out, and I'm working out, and hopefully not passing out anymore. I've gotten in my 3 PT sessions already. So yeah, Thursday, Friday was fine. Like the trainer kept checking in on me, like, are you okay? Are you feeling dizzy? I don't know if anybody actually saw me like pass out, but I kind of like, when I woke up, my like ears were kind of like fuzzy. Like the music was really loud, but it like felt really far away. And then I kind of came to, and I was like, yeah, I passed out. But yeah, Friday was fine. And then today I went over for my 3rd session, and it was also fine. Like I had my egg white omelet an hour and a half before the session, and I had drank a good amount of water before going, like warm water, as well as cool water. And then I also drank water like throughout the session. So yeah, I gotta stay hydrated so I don't pass out and make people think that I have like major health issues, which I really don't. It's just, if I get dehydrated, like it can happen. So behind me, you can see like this equipment. This is like a public mobility park, and there's a lot of these in this park, a lot of these things to help people to stretch their body, work their body, a lot of body weight things. I think it's really cool that Korea has so many of these parks, but it is definitely to support this aging population. You probably are somewhat aware that Korea has a very low birth rate, and a super aged population. So these kinds of things that are available for free in the public spaces are to help people to like age in place and things like that. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Yes. So saw the doctor, renewed my 2.5 milligrams. And so yeah, this is month 4. Well, starting on Monday is month 4 of my Mounjaro journey, and I will let you know how it goes with starting my new routine of resistance training. I'm excited. I'm excited to get into the physical training. I mean, I have been walking a lot, and that has definitely helped me to maintain a lot of my muscle mass. Actually, oh, that's another thing with the InBody that I did. Um, it actually showed my muscle mass is higher than I thought it was, like by almost a little more than a kilogram. So probably around 3 pounds higher than I thought. So looking at my own data from when I got my scale in, I guess, late December. Yeah, I got my scale in late December, where my body mass had started. Like that's where it shows my body mass is now. So probably like the scale that I have is lower, is showing my muscle mass is lower than it actually is. Also, I am weighing myself in the morning, so that I guess your muscle mass readings will be lower in the mornings anyway. But yeah, I think the amount of muscle mass I have is really good. Like she did a whole printout, and it's like, yeah, the fat is high and the visceral fat is high. Like, yeah, we know. I'm joining the gym because I know I need to work on reducing those things. So I'm not too worried about that. But like, it seems like I have a lot of muscle mass actually, for my frame. For my frame, I'm on the very high end of muscle mass, and I think it is around 55 or 58 pounds of muscle on my 5'3" frame. I don't really know. Um, Once I get down to a goal weight, I still don't know what my goal weight should be. But I'm looking forward to just like maintaining that and hopefully um, toning up and fighting the loose skin. I know that my arms are very flabby, and like my shoulder is complaining a little bit with the some of the exercises that I'm doing at curves, but I can modify them and do it a little less intensely, not go as far, and that helps to reduce it. But I do need to build the strength to help the ligaments heal themselves. And yeah, I do have some pain medicine, at least through tomorrow morning, that I'm taking with meals. But I don't know. If it's, yeah, I'm going to run out of that, yeah, tomorrow morning. So if my shoulder is still really achy, I might go back to the orthopedic doctor who gave me the steroid shot last month, and see if they can do another one, because the steroid shot was really, really effective at reducing the inflammation and pain. They might just, I don't know how often they want to do that. I've had steroid shots in my back before I had my back surgery, and it does help reduce the inflammation. And I use my shoulder differently than, your back is kind of a central issue. That L5, L4, L5, lumbar spine, herniated discness. I don't recommend it to anybody, but it's just my anatomy, unfortunately, and probably some like injuries that brought me there. But yeah, I'm not sure when they could do another steroid shot for me, but I think that would probably be really helpful to me being able to work out more fully. Like I could have started working out sooner, I guess, but I wanted to wait until after our trip to Tokyo to get enrolled at a gym, just because I was like wanted to stay really consistent. We have another trip coming up in April, but it's only 4 nights. Well, yeah, we have to leave. We have to go. Like our flight's on a really early on a Thursday morning, and it's too early for us to get a bus from our town here to the airport. So we're gonna have to go the night before and stay at a hotel near the airport, and then take the shuttle bus over to the airport for our 7 a.m. flight at like 5 a.m. Yeah, like it would have just been unreasonable to go directly from here. And I couldn't tell if there actually was a way to get over from here at like 4 a.m. Allegedly there was, but I couldn't figure it out. So we're just staying at a hotel near the airport first, and then yeah, we'll be gone from like a Wednesday night until Sunday afternoon. And we've got cat sitters arranged for this trip. I'm really hoping that Bexu will be a little more comfortable this second time, and not yowl all night long. and keep them awake. But they said they have earplugs, and they've dealt with the situation with a loud animal that couldn't calm down at night before, so they said they'd be fine. I hope they'll be fine. But we have someone that we can maybe call up in case it's not. So we'll see. I really want it to work out with Trusted House Sitters. I really do. I paid for the subscription for a year, and yeah. But cats. Some cats have special needs, and some people, have certain standards of living that they need to get through. But that's total tangent for my Mounjaro journey diary right now. But it's just on my mind. But yeah, it's like those, and my Curves Club is actually not going to be open on the weekends starting from March. And it's a holiday here in Korea, like Sunday and Monday. So I am going to be off for 2 days from the gym, and I'll get back to it on Tuesday morning. I'm excited. And it feels good. And I mean, some of the equipment isn't like giving me too much resistance. Like I've got really strong legs. And so the one, I don't know what you call it, but it's like a quad press. You put your feet up and you press this thing away. Like the resistance is not enough for me. Like even at the open gym, like the quad press, I would be kicking it up to the highest weight, and it's like I have to do like 90 reps to even feel it. So that's probably where a lot of my muscle mass is in my thighs and my ass. So that's how it goes. But that's not a bad thing. But yeah, the upper body ones are definitely a lot more of a challenge, and there's some good ab exercises as well on those resistance machines. So all in all, it's going well. I will keep you updated on the workouts as we continue, and hopefully my next in-body reading shows a reduction in visceral fat and body fat. So I'm hoping it'll all go well, but I'm sure it will. The Mounjaro is really helping. And yeah, I'll also keep you informed about the effects of the additional resistance training on my appetite. And if I do decide that I want to increase to 5 milligrams from next month. So I'll see you next time. Bye.